fuck, man. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here. I'm doing my YouTube stuff. Like I'm doing my editing and some recording and stuff like that. And what happens? YouTube thinks it's a good idea to recommend to me videos from my old band. Now, while it's always nice to reminisce and things like that and like remember things from my band because I had a blast, before we closed it down or, before I decided to close it down, I had a blast for the 3 to 4 years that we were together. Or actually, my original band, where we were together for 3 years, and then the last year were basically just fill-ins, like people that I just put together to continue the shows that I had left for the year. But YouTube thought it was a good idea to go ahead and recommend like my own channel to me, like my old band channel to me. And damn, man. The thing is that when I watch those things, yeah, I remember the good times and everything like that, but then I get into this weird state of mind where like I miss it so damn much. I do. And yes, I'm putting a new band together now. I have a new band now. But we're not playing out yet. We're like I'm still getting them in line and getting songs down so we can go out playing gigs on the weekends and stuff like that. And it brings me down so much because I miss it so much. Like it hurts. It's like because that like I was in my own element. I felt so good being able to sing and perform for people and having such a good time with my fellow bandmates and just having a blast after every show, or not after every show, but at every show having a blast, and then afterwards having a blast after the shows, even while like we're tearing down the equipment and loading it up into the van and then going back to the studio, and like we just had so much fun. Like it was like a tradition. So every time we leave a show, we would go Taco Bell, get us some food at Taco Bell, and we go in our studio and just sit down and just start eating and bullshitting and talking and having fun. Like we're brothers. There was originally 4 of us, and that's how it was every practice. That's how it was after every show. That's how it was. Like we go back to the studio, we get ourselves some food, and it's just 4 brothers just having a good time. And God, I miss that so much. I really do. Like those of you guys who don't know my intro, which I'll play it for you guys, or maybe not. I don't know. But whatever. My intro is it's the song that's played is actually one of the songs that I wrote, and it got radio play. So my music is always with me, that type of deal. And like it hurts so much because I miss it so much. I really do. Actually, I'll play the intro right now for you guys. Ready? Ready? Here it goes. So that song, or the music that's being played during my intro, the song is called Story of M. And I wrote that song with my guitar player and my drummer. They wrote the music. I helped to structure the music properly so that way we can have proper, just a proper structured song. And then I wrote the lyrics for the song, and it became like, for us, it was our second single that got released. And for me in particular, that was a very important song because it was different than some of the other stuff that we did. Because we the way that we wrote music, it was very varied, and sometimes we would have kind of like a poppy kind of like catchy song that like you're grooving to and you don't even realize it, even though it's a simple kind of song. And then other songs we had a really really dark songs, or heavy dark type of songs where like the theme of it is just very just heavy, just like the lyric wise, the music, the instruments, everything about it was just heavy. And then we had this song which was kind of like an in between. If you listen to the song, the music, like music wise, is kind of like upbeat, but lyric wise it's not at all. um and that's why I love that song so much. And we actually sent that song out to get reviewed, like publicly reviewed, and we got very good feedback on the song. A lot of people liked it. They compared it a lot to like Red Hot Chili Peppers, and so we got that song was able to be played um on the radio locally in Southwest Florida. So it got played between Miami to Tampa, which is a good distance. And it was just so much fun, just doing stuff like that. But every time I see videos and stuff like that, it brings me down, because like videos are different. So it's like if I listen to our album, um, which I actually have on my desk right here. So if I listen to our album, it doesn't affect me the same as if I watch a video, because like I look at this as like a triumph, to be able to say, hey, I put out an album. I put out an album that you could purchase it on iTunes and on Spotify. You could purchase it at Best Buy, Amazon, all those places. You can't get it anymore. I took it down, but at the time you could. And so I can listen to my music. I can listen to our music, even the unreleased, because so this has 5 songs on it. It's an EP. So we had a lot of other songs that were recorded but not released. At least another 10 songs were recorded and never released. And so I can listen to all these songs, all the music and everything, and I enjoy myself when I listen to it and stuff like that. But it's different. I'm watching these, like, if I watch these videos of my band, and like myself and my band, and we're on stage and everything, and it brings me down because I see how much fun that we're having, and it's like I haven't had that in almost 2 years. It's almost 2 years now. And it makes it hard to do anything, because like I said, I was in the middle of recording and editing and all that stuff, and it makes it hard for me to do anything when that happens, because then I get into this mindset. It's like at this time of night, I would have been at the studio, and we would have been learning new songs or writing new material or recording. But instead I'm here doing this, which is fine. Like I'm not saying I don't enjoy doing YouTube stuff. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy recording or making vlogs and talking to you guys like this. But it's not the same, because I don't have that human interaction. And I mentioned it a few times before, that being a YouTuber is very lonely. Like people don't realize how lonely it is, because you spend hours and hours and hours in front of a computer, and you don't really talk to people. And being in a band, I would spend hours and hours and hours in the studio, to the point we had a bed in our studio, because that's how much time we spent there. We had a bed in our studio. We had a full-on studio desk unit and like we had a bed, we had sofas. It was like our home away from home. We had a mini fridge. So, you know, like a good portion of my week was spent over there at the studio, and then, you know, so I would have my home life, my studio life, and then, you know, playing in the band and everything, and we go and we do our shows. And all of that, like it's not there right now. I don't have that part, like I don't have that part of me, and I struggle with that part of me every day, and it sucks. And that is actually what attributes to my depression, is that. And most of the time I'm very good at fighting it. I can get myself out of that depression, out of that funk. Speaking of which, my bass player's name was Funk. But anyways, it, you know, I'm pretty good at getting myself out of that. But sometimes it just hits me hard. And you know, I know that that's what attributes to it. And what's weird is that doing all the YouTube stuff, while it distracts me while you know, I'm working and stuff like that, it still doesn't help either. You know, it doesn't help because I know that I'm here in this room by myself for hours. And I hate that. I hate being by myself, guys. I hate it. I hate it so much. Because, like, you're by yourself and you get in here, and I don't want to be in here. Now, there are times where being by myself is beneficial, because, like, if I want to write something, I can write something. So, like, I've written another song semi recently. Again, a very dark song, because I get stuck in here, and then that's what comes out. It's a very, very dark song. It actually sounds like Korn, the band Korn. And so I had my cousin actually make the beat for me. So it was more of like a new metal kind of song. So it had a lot of like rap and rock elements to it, with like a hip hop vibe. And I really liked the song. I didn't finish writing it though. I didn't. I recorded a good deal of it. It's like 70% done. But then I was just like, I can't write anymore. I can't. It's just, it was too much. It was too much for me to like continue writing it, because it was one of those things where it's like the lyrics were kind of hurting me to write it, even though it's a you know, that even though that's one of the things about music is like to express yourself. It was too much. It's too much. And if I could find my book that I had it written in, you know, I'd read a little bit of it to you guys, because like I have a whole shit ton of stuff here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so alright, so let's see. So like, okay, so some of the lines is, this time inside, it's leaving me to die. I'm burning up. I can't sit still. I need to fucking try. Decide for life. The countless times I'd lie. A grin for you, so I'd pretend that I will just comply. And like that section of the song, those lines, it's basically expressing myself. Like, I put a fake smile for people so they don't know what I'm going through. And you know, especially when I wrote this, and you know, the countless times I'd lie, you know, that kind of line is like all those times that I'd lie saying that, yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine, how are you today, I'm okay, but I'm not, you know. That's and you know, as I continued to write it, it was just, it was too much. And then it turned into a song that I realized that it's like, because there's different parts of you as a person, you know, and I'm not talking about like multiple personality type of stuff, but there's different parts of you as a person, and that's how the song actually came out. It's like different parts of myself were speaking in different parts of the song, and it was just whoa, like. And then I even said I even wrote it in the following line where it's like I didn't even realize that I did that, and I wrote it and I was like, what the hell, a monster deep within, too strong to just give in. It's tearing down the cage, it's breaking through, it rots the skin. There's nothing left to do. Give in, it's all too soon. Don't fight, just realize that all this pain, it comes from you. Like I write this and it's like, you know, it's just too much. And then like another part of me just came out right after that. And it's like, keep it in, keep it where it resides. Just listen to my voice and let me be your guide. I feel your pain. It's part of me too. Just believe in yourself and I know you'll come through. So this is like the positive side of me trying to fight that darkness that I have that made me write the previous two verses. And it's like, bro. And I even now I know it's hard, you're feeling under distress, but believe me when I say this is your life's test. If you give in now, there's no way to the top. So think just for a minute, this is your last stop. That was the last line I wrote. I couldn't write anymore because it was just too much. It was too much of a revelation to just realize what I was writing at the time, and it's like the chorus of this song. I don't want to feel the pain no more. I can't let this be ignored. That's the chorus. As simple as it sounds, that is the chorus of the song, and it just, to me, it speaks a lot. And I can't finish the song because it's too much for me to do. Anyways, I don't know, like, I guess I just needed to express myself. This video is more for me than it is for you guys. But at the same time, I like to, it's therapeutic to talk. Because, I mean, I'm looking at myself while I'm talking. If you guys can tell, or you can't tell because I'm wearing my glasses, but I don't look at the camera when I talk. I'm actually looking at myself when I talk, and when I'm talking about things like this, it's because I'm talking to myself in this regard. I may glance at the camera every now and then, but it's more like I'm talking to myself in this video, and that's really who this video is for, is really for me, but I share it with you guys anyways. So, I'll catch you all later. You guys have a great rest of your night. If or day, whatever time you're watching this. It's nighttime for me. It's 1:30 in the morning. And I don't know if I'll sleep tonight. I didn't sleep last night. I didn't sleep the night before. But I'll catch you all later. Peace out, guys.